we have these two equations. This equation, that is the first equation, has two variables x and y. Even the second equation has two variables x and y. So these are two equations in two variables. Let us call this equation as equation 1 and this equation as equation 2. Now, let us simplify these and check whether these are linear equations. So, the left hand side of the first equation, if we take the LCM of the denominator, we get x minus y into x plus y. This becomes 4 into x plus y. And this becomes 1 into x minus y. This is the left hand side of the first equation. The right hand side is equal to 3. Now this x minus y into x plus y will be equal to x square minus y square. So this is x square minus y square. We need to transpose it to the right hand side. If we transpose it to the right hand side, we will have 4 into x plus y plus 1 into x minus y is equal to 3 into x square minus y square. So we have an x square term and a y square term. Hence, this is not a linear equation. So this is not a linear equation. Similarly, for this, we will get x square term and y square term. So even this is not a linear equation. So although these two are equations in two variables, but they are not linear equations. So how do we solve them? Let us see if we can transform them into linear equations in two variables. Observe that the first term has x minus y as the denominator in both the equations. And the second term has x plus y as the denominator in both the equations. So, we can take 1 by x minus y from the first term of both the equations and 1 by x plus y from the second term of both the equations. So we substitute 1 by x minus y is equal to a and 1 by x plus y is equal to b in both the equations. Since x and y are variables, a and b are also variables, because as x and y vary, a will vary. Also, as x and y vary, b will vary. So a and b are variables. So now let us rewrite equations 1 and 2. So equation 1 becomes 4 into 1 by x minus y becomes a. So 4a plus 1 by x plus y is b. 4a plus b is equal to 3. Now equation 2 is 2 into 1 by x minus y. So 2 into a minus 3 into 1 by x plus y. So 3 into b is equal to 5. So these are the two equations which we have got. Now these are linear equations in two variables a and b. Power of a is 1, power of b is 1, power of a is 1 and power of b is 1. So these are two linear equations in two variables a and b. Let us call them equation 3 and equation 4. Now we can easily solve these two equations. Look at the coefficients of a. Coefficient of a is 4 here. It is 2 here. So these are not the same. What about b? Coefficient of b is 1 here. Coefficient of b is negative 3 here. Again, we cannot eliminate b from here. So let us multiply this equation by 3 so that we have 3b here. And if we have 3b here, we will be able to eliminate b. So now let us rewrite these equations. So we multiply equation 3 by 3. That is, we multiply both the sides of this equation by 3. 3 into 4a gives 12a. Then we have a plus. 3 into b gives 3b, equal to 3 into 3 is 9. And we write equation 4 as it is. So 2a minus 3b is equal to 5. This is what we have. So these are our two equations. Now let us add these two equations because we have different signs, plus and minus. So let us add these two equations. 12a plus 2a gives 14a. 3b minus 3b gives us 0. So this is cancelled. Equal to 9 plus 5 is 14. So we have 14a is equal to 14. So this gives a is equal to 1. So we have got the solution as a equal to 1. Now we can substitute this value of a in any of these equations to get the value of b. So let us put a equal to 1 in equation 3. Putting a equal to 1, we get 4. Instead of a, we write 1. 4 into 1 plus b is equal to 3. This is what we have. This gives 4 plus b is equal to 3, or b is equal to 3 minus 4, that is b is equal to negative 1. So we get b equal to negative 1. So solving these two linear equations in two variables, we get a is equal to 1 and b is equal to negative 1. This is the solution. But we want the values of x and y which satisfy these two equations. So we need to put this value of a and this value of b here and solve for x and y. So we use this solution which we have obtained and put it in these substitutions which we had made earlier. So we have 1 by x minus y is equal to 1 because a is equal to 1. Also 1 by x plus y is equal to negative 1 because b is equal to negative 1. So this is what we have. Now let us simplify these two equations. So if we transpose x minus y to the right hand side, we get 1 is equal to x minus y. So we can write it as x minus y is equal to 1. Now if we transpose x plus y to the right hand side, we get 1 is equal to negative 1 into x plus y. If we multiply both the sides by negative 1, we get x plus y is equal to negative 1. So now these are two equations. These are two equations in two variables. Also, these are linear equations because power of x and y is 1 in this equation. Also power of x and y is 1 here. So let us call them as equation 5 and equation 6. Now we can easily solve them. Let us add these two equations. So on adding these two equations, x plus x gives us 2x. Negative y plus y gives us 0 is equal to 1 minus 1 gives us 0. So we get 2x is equal to 0. If 2x is 0, x would be 0 because x is 0 by 2, that is 0. So we have x is equal to 0. Now putting this value of x in any of these equations, we can solve for y. So let us put x is equal to 0 in equation 6. So putting x is equal to 0, we get 0 plus y is equal to negative 1. 0 plus y is equal to negative 1. Or we get y is equal to negative 1. So this is what we have. So x is equal to 0 and y is equal to negative 1 is the solution of the pair of equations which we had earlier. So x equal to 0 and y equal to negative 1 is the required solution of the pair of equations in two variables x and y. Although they were not linear to begin with, but we made these substitutions and transformed them into pair of linear equations in two variables. We solved for a and b and then substituted the values of a and b here. Then again, we formed another pair of linear equations in two variables and solved for x and y to arrive at the final solution.